What's the difference between a chess grandmaster and a neurologist? Well, a grandmaster thinks 10 moves ahead, but a neurologist is trying to outsmart an opponent. Multiple sclerosis, that keeps changing the rules of the game right in the middle of the match. It's kind of like a biological chess game where the pieces are our own cells, and for decades we've been playing defense. But what if we could finally go on the offense? What if we could predict the opponent's moves before they even happen? That is precisely what is starting to unfold in laboratories around the world, turning this desperate defense into a brilliant calculated attack against a formidable disease. Imagine your genome is a massive ancient cookbook. This isn't just any cookbook, it's the ultimate guide to building and running you. When everything is working correctly, your body's chefs, your cells, read these recipes flawlessly, whipping up the proteins needed for you to think, move, and live. But what happens if there's a typo in the master cookbook? The sous chef RNA is just following instructions. It will dutifully copy the salty recipe, and the cooks will create a disastrously salty cake. Enter our scientific heroes, a dedicated team of researchers in Sweden. Think of a group of brilliant, curious minds fueled by an ocean of coffee and a shared obsession with solving one of medicine's toughest puzzles. Their mission was monumental: to compare the complete genetic cookbooks of thousands of people with MS against those without it. Their quest required an extraordinary resource: donated human brains. Hundreds of individuals generously donated their brains to science. You can just imagine the late nights, the brainy jokes echoing through the lab. Like, I need to use my brain to study these brains, and the constant buzzing energy of being on the brink of a major discovery. The moment of discovery was a classic aha moment, but with a twist nobody saw coming. You won't believe what gene they found next. It was hiding in a region of our DNA that controls the activation of our immune system, a gene we've studied for decades in other contexts. This discovery was like a detective realizing the quiet neighbor everyone ignored was the mastermind behind the whole operation. They start waving flags that incorrectly label the brain's own myelin sheath as a dangerous enemy, effectively painting a giant target on the central nervous system for the rest of the immune army to attack. With this new genetic map in hand, the researchers did something brilliant. They cross-referenced their list of MS-linked genes with a massive database of existing drugs. This is called drug repurposing, and it's kind of like finding out your car keys can also unlock a hidden treasure chest. For instance, the analysis pointed to a pathway involving tryptophan metabolism. Tryptophan is an amino acid famously found in turkey, the one everyone blames for their post-Thanksgiving dinner nap. So why could a turkey dinner be good for MS? The most immediate and hopeful discoveries, however, were 3 vitamins that showed a clear connection to lowering MS risk: vitamin D, biotin, which is a B vitamin, and folic acid. Rather, it's a treasure map. We now have 18 X marks, the spot locations where scientists can start digging for gold, knowing there's a solid genetic reason to believe treasure might be there. This groundbreaking research is not an end. It is the spectacular beginning of a new chapter in the fight against MS. We've moved from fumbling in the dark to having a brightly lit, genetically accurate map of the battlefield. That's why you should subscribe to this channel and hit that like button right now. It's the best way to stay ahead in the science game and be the first to know when the next revolutionary discovery drops. Of course, it's important to approach these findings with a healthy dose of scientific skepticism and humor. It's highly unlikely that a simple turkey dinner will cure MS. But the fact that we can now draw a scientifically valid line between our diet, our genes, and our neurological health is in itself a revolution. So, I want to hear from you. Which of these potential new MS drugs surprised you the most? Was it the vitamins, the turkey connection, or something else? Let me know in the comments below.